Class economics, this is the third chapter, that is demand. Now in demand, what should be there if we are considering your wish, desire as a demand? So in the case of demand, your wish should be there and you should have desire to purchase that particular product, the wish you are having for that, and then you have money for that. So you have ability to purchase that product, you have desire to purchase that product. If these things are there, then that is known as demand. So what is included in demand? Only wish is there, then it is not known as demand. Suppose a person wants to purchase a big car, but he is not having money, then his wish is not considered as demand. His wish will be considered as demand when he is having a wish to purchase that car, he have money to purchase that car, and he won't ready to spend. He is ready to spend on that. Then it is known as demand. All the producer, all the retailers, all the seller want to know the demand of the product. So that is why they are doing survey. They are asking question again and again. Whenever you visited any showroom, car showroom or any showroom, they started to inquire that are you having what is your occupation. So with knowing of your occupation, they just come to know that how much you can earn or how much is your earning. Then they want to inquire that when you want to purchase, it means when you are ready to spend. So if any time you visit any showroom like car showroom, there all these questions are put up just to know the demand of the consumer. They want to know what is the demand of the consumer so that they can supply the product on time. So demand is very important. So all these things should be there in demand. 1 mark question, MCQ question can come. If wish is there but money is not there, he is not ready to spend, is it known as demand? Then you will say no, it is not demand. Now next thing is, here the explanation of this topic is given over there. Desire means mere wish to have a commodity. Want is that desire which is backed up by the ability and willingness to satisfy it. Ability means money, willingness means ready to spend. So all these included in demand. Fine. Now with the extension of all these definition of demand, many more things should be there when you are talking about demand. Demand is that is discussed with the reference to price. There should be some price of the product. If there is no price, if the price is not given for the product, you cannot decide about the demand. So price should be there. So demand is always defined with reference to price. Whatever I told you just now, that demand should be with particular wish, ready to spend, with having a money, all these known as demand, but that is demand is always defined with the reference to price of the product. Now the next thing, demand is always respect to period of time. So when you are talking about demand, then that should be related to some period of time. Some time specification should be there. It should not that you are talking about demand of the product for the longer time is like you are not defining the time. You have to define the time like within 1 year, within 2 months, within 1 month. You are talking about your demand for which time. So now you are having the definition of demand. You are defined the demand to price. You are defined the demand to time, like within 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, or within 1 year. How much within the limit of how much time you want to purchase that product. So there to sum up the definition of demand, which is very important. Here is the definition of demand. Demand is the quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing and able to buy at each possible prices during a given period of time. So here the demand of the quantity of a commodity. So here the specific word is a, means you are talking about a commodity, and then quantity specified what you want to purchase. A consumer is willing means he's having a wish and he's having the ability means money, and at each possible price. And you're talking about demand at each possible price. Like if suppose price is 5, then what is the demand? If price is 4, then what is the demand? If price is 3, then what is the demand? During a given period of time. Time is specified over there. It is not that you are talking about infinite time. Some time you cannot say that. You have to define your time. So this is the definition of demand. If you skip a single word out of this definition, then your marks will be cut. Fine. That is why the key points of the definition are given over there. As you see, 1 2 3 4 key points are there that you must write in the definition. It should not be that it should be you have to just mug up word to word, but you are to define the demand in the case of using all these keywords like quantity. You're talking about a consumer, and then ability and willingness, then during a given period of time, possible prices, everything should be there. Now demand is of two type: individual demand and market demand. Individual demand, if you're talking about individual demand, then you're talking about that is a quantity of a commodity by a consumer, means commodity is one and consumer is one. But when you're talking about market demand, then the commodity is one, that is a commodity, but consumer of all the consumer who are demanding that product. So if you're talking about individual demand, so that is basically I can define in a diagram way. So here if I'm just making the drawing for you to make you understand individual demand. So when you talk about individual demand, then there is a one product and then there is a one consumer, that is the individual demand at different possible prices. Fine. So at given period of time, all things will be there, but one consumer, one product. Here one product is there, market demand in the case of market demand, but all the consumers. Suppose there are 4 consumers for this product, then the demand for all the consumer. So here a consumer, a demand, here a product, here a consumer, a product, here a product, and then all the consumer. So if we are coming to the definition, individual demand refers to quantity of a commodity that a consumer is willing and able to buy at each possible price during a given period of time. And here market demand refers to the quantity of a commodity that all consumers are willing and able to buy at each possible price during a given period of time. So this is the definition of market demand. Now the determinants of market demand, determinants of demand, and basically we are talking about individual demand first of all. So these are the determinants of individual demand. Here, how can you define the demand? How can you say that this is the demand when you are talking about price? Suppose the price of a product is ₹5, then 4, then 3, then what can be the demand for that product? Here a law has been using that there is the law of demand. It is also referred over there, law of demand. Law of demand says that if all the other things are remaining constant and if price decreases, then demand definitely increases. As I made table for you, price suppose 5, then decreases 4, then to 3. If the price is decreasing, then demand will increase. Suppose there is a for 5, the unit that has been demanded 10 units. If the price has been decreasing, now the demand will increase 10. You can say for 15, then here you can write 20. It's up to you how much unit you want to write, but you have to show increasing trend. So if the price decreases, then demand definitely increases. So if price decreases, then demand definitely increases. This is the relation between price and demand. So what is the relation between price and demand? Definitely you can know that there is an inverse relationship between these two. That is the inverse relationship between these two, between price and demand. Price and demand. And all the other factors which affect demand will be constant. They will not move, they will not change, they will remain constant. So this is the thing, whenever price decreases, demand increases, and whenever price increases, demand decreases. So if I make the another table with the price, if there is decrease in price like 3, 4, 5, now what about the demand? Now demand will be 20, 15 and 10. As you see, price is increasing, so demand is decreasing, and all the other factors remain constant. What are all the other factors which have to be remain constant? They are your preference. You can say that if price is increasing, even then I like this product, so I will purchase. So that is your preference, and that factor will be constant. No need to use that factor for deciding about the demand. If you are deciding about the demand, then only consider the price and price.